Peace. This is Star with the Star Bloom. I'm actually just doing like a trial live. I've been pre-recording a lot of my lives here on TikTok. This is probably gonna go on other platforms, how YouTube, how Instagram, how Facebook. But anyways, I've been pre-recording because I've been having issues with um, the lighting as well as the sound on my videos. So I'm hoping that I got that fixed. And then I'm also wanting, I'm trying to adjust the volume. 1 second, y'all. I'm also wanting to basically, I'm over here and I'm looking at the cards. I be having to check, okay, um, to make sure that what I'm sharing is coming from, yeah, coming from a real place. What I've been perceiving is the absence of a lot of presence in our communities. Why? There's a void because so many people are showing up in whatever they feel may be feasible to do, wanting to or desiring to avoid obstacles. Um, and really, really showing up in a rate of, it's almost like counterproductive for me because I use this word in another way, but the way that spirit is pouring it into me right now is basically like it's a different layer to it. Okay. So they're basically saying people are showing up in participation. So to participate in something is to be present and accounted for. I'm here right now at this moment. And so that it could be said that I did something, I'm going to do anything that is quickest for me to do in my vortex. Everybody has a rate where they're at that space. Not everybody is aware of what it is that they believe their purpose is. Um, and it's always this like pursuit to figuring it out, pursuit to having this not necessarily just like a declaration, but pursuit to having this understanding of self and what it's all for, because if you have a rate of understanding this that goes deeply within you about who it is that you're meant to be, how it is that you're meant to show up, where it is that you're going to essentially be showing up at an end, you have, I feel like, a layer of, I won't say protection, but guidance that is silently prevailed because you could see the vision. You know, what a lot of us are experiencing is lack of vision, right? And there's people that are being introduced to us as a whole collectively. There's systems that are being introduced to us as a whole collectively, for us to be able to get engaged with ourselves. However, we also have to take the stance. We have to move and live in the momentum flow, right? That's what Spirit's been using this verbiage with me. There's a flow momentum that is present with you at this time, and you have to be moved in it. You can't stay stagnant in a thought process, stagnant in a rate of learning. A lot of the times we get so caught up in either healing or educating that we don't do, and now it's the time to do, and when we're doing, we have to do from the depths of us so that we know that we are recognizing in which rate that we are standing up and in substantiating at this time. If you believe that you are connecting to ancient history, ancient memory, then there's an ancient destiny that you are actually acquiring at this time. There's ancient gifts that are coming online at this time. Have you acclimated to the new energy, the new timeline that you've allowed yourself to ascend to, or that you've healed to be able to be at this new rate with the new gifts, the new attunements? I believe that there's even a recalibrating, so to speak, of our previous attunements that we may have had. So it'd be Reiki, so it'd be whatever attunements, right? And spirit means to fill the void, but not in the way that we do it 3D. And that's what makes it unique, because it's going to happen in a way to where it's a silent and subtle thing. Okay. Um, yeah. Okay. So I wanted to say that this is a 5 minute spiel, but it obviously needed to come out that way. Words, y'all. Okay. So not wordplay, but kind of wordplay. Okay. Um, words are so magnificent because you could recognize in one space how you could envelop yourself in a new elevated stance. Okay. So it's just how I like to think about stuff. This is how I've learned how to basically be able to be in me, in my space, to live in my body while being present in my events and my circumstance while on my journey, versus my flight. I had a hefty pattern of flight, okay? A hefty flight pattern. For all of those who know freeze, flight, faint, okay? I had a hefty flight pattern. I'm an air sign, so I would fly. I just very, very quickly, deuces, as I say to y'all often, all right, I'm out. Because there's a rate of, they've been calling it anxiousness, being antsy, the desire to keep moving. I've recognized is actually the haze, but I'll get to that in my next slide. I wanted to basically just give us some cards. Thank you to Archangel Michael for our protection, for covering us at this time. Oh my God. Y'all, do y'all see that? It says void. Listen, okay. Thank you to Archangel Michael, to our ancestors, to our spirit guides, to our assigned at this time for covering, protecting, keeping us. We ask that you block, blind, banish any and all negative energy that is trying to come in to interfere with me, my energy, and anyone who is open to receiving this message. And let it be in alignment for those who are calling for confirmation, placements, and affirming in soul through spirit. All right. Another card, loneliness. Listen, y'all. Okay. All right. I want two more, spirit. 4 for foundation. Oh, they said 6 for family. Okay. They falling quick, y'all. Come on, give me 2 more. Okay. Dang, that's so fast. Okay. Ooh, 7 for spiritual path. Let's go. I'm gonna try to get it real quick, y'all. Hopefully, you ain't see too much. I'm gonna have to watch this back just to make sure that I could keep this. Okay, so the first one that we had was void. Feeling like you're in a void, a sense of emptiness, and a feeling of being lost. Why? Because of loneliness, a deep sense of isolation, emotional emptiness, or disconnection from others, even when surrounded by people, a longing for meaningful connections and understanding, change, transformation, adaptation, shifting from one state to another. That's so crazy. We just said all of this. Things that may or may not be possible, but always desired or wished for, dream, will of fate continuously moving in a cycle or completely breaking free from a certain loop. In self, it is the awareness of one's own thoughts, feelings, and existence, focusing solely on thinking about and seeing oneself. That, one more, we remove rubbish, waste, garbage, or something considered worthless or of poor quality. So we amplify the rate of self by removing and purging things that are no longer in alignment with us, allowing the will of fate to come into be, recognizing that loneliness is only the void that we are in while we are submitting to change, while being in the rate of receiving our dreams. All right. We get to recognize that in these states that we allow ourselves to succumb to, or to overcome, to understand, to overstand, we get to operate at our highest level because we choose to do so, because we know that at this time, what is actually bringing forth is bringing forth a specified dedication for us in our memory, for us to show up. I don't know why I just keep on using the word substantial. It's huge, it's bigger than big, it's more than what you perceive it to be. You just have to be open, willing, allow it to be accepting of it, and show up ready because you are. All right. Peace. I love y'all. I hope that this message finds you really, really good. Have a